Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is my channel, Novel Serendipity. This is going to be my January wrap up. So as of right now, today is the 31st. I have 4 books on this list, but I've only actually finished 3. But I am super determined to finish the 4th one by the end of the night. The first book that I read or finished in January was my buddy read with Lori from Lori and Thomas. And we both did our first read through of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This is book 3 of the Harry Potter series. I'm not really going to tell you guys what it's about because I think everyone knows what it's about, but I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. So book 2 I'm not a huge fan of, so I felt like book 2 kind of let me down in a way, but book 3 did not let me down at all. It had everything I wanted. It had everything that I thought maybe the movie was lacking a little bit. The relationships and the struggles were just so much more put together in the book. I think the last couple of pages were kind of my favorite with Sirius Black, kind of what he did for Harry and his friends. And that relationship in and of itself was just so heartwarming. I closed this book smiling. I adored this book. My next read for the month of January was Lighter Than My Shadow by Katie Green. This is a graphic novel. It's huge and is kind of like a memoir autobiography type of graphic novel. Katie struggles with being a really picky eater when she's younger, and then she becomes anorexic, and then she becomes bulimic as she grows older, and throughout her process of trying to get over all these obstacles of having eating disorders. As you might expect, there are a couple trigger warnings for eating disorders. There's a trigger warning for rape and mental abuse. As you read this, you have a lot of feelings. The art was fantastic, and when the words didn't describe or explain feelings or actions, the art did. So I really enjoyed that. I give this 4 out of 5 stars, mainly because the ending, which when you're reading and rating a memoir or an autobiography, it's kind of hard to rate because this is someone's personal experience. But the ending of this graphic novel, I felt like happened in like 3 or 4 pages. It was extremely open-ended, which I get. People with eating disorders and such, their struggle is never over, but it kind of felt like I was in like the middle of a chapter and then it was just cut short. Like you were just reading about Katie's life and where she was ending up, and then it was like mid-sentence, done. So that is the main reason I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It wasn't that the art was bad, it wasn't that the story was bad, because both of those aspects were absolutely fantastic. It was the ending where I just felt like it was so abrupt that like I'm kind of confused by it. But yes, I read this for the Green Ribbon Book Club, which is hosted by Kate from Chapter Kate. I am not sure if she's having a live show for this or not, but she has had live shows for past Green Ribbon Book Club books, and I would keep a lookout for that, so I'll link her channel, Twitter, and the Green Ribbon Book Club's Twitter down below. So if you want to check out any books, I'm not sure what we're reading next month, but the whole book club is focused around mental health and mental awareness, so that is just, I'm assuming the book is going to follow the same trend. Next, I read Children of the Whales by Abi Umeda for the More Manga Please book club. This is obviously a manga. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. There were some instances throughout reading this that I was extremely confused. I was confused about kind of which characters are which, and then kind of like what was going on. Closer to the end of the book, things are explained a little bit better. You kind of have a more concrete grasp on who the characters are, but that was like the only downside. The art in this book, some pages were just so extremely detailed that like I would just sit there and stare at it just to take it all in because I appreciated it so much. Plus the initial cover is just beautiful. I mean, look at that. So yes, 4 out of 5 stars. I will be picking up the next ones. I do want to finish the manga completely before I watch the anime on Netflix. But yeah, I have a feeling it's going to turn out to be an absolute beautiful story, and I'm really excited to see where it takes us. The last book, and the book I have not yet finished, but I am determined to by the end of the day, is Trial by Fire by Josie Angelini. This is my 4th reread of this book, and I was doing it for my read-along. I have vlog number 1 up on my channel already. Check it out if you haven't already. I will, again, I mean, mean, this is my 4th reread of this book. It's my favorite book. It's definitely a 5 out of 5 stars for me. The characters, I think, are just so well done. The world building is absolutely fantastic. The magic system is realistic but unique. It's also very alchemy based, which I appreciate because like I love Fullmetal Alchemist and stuff like that. So there's this. There was some really cool challenges that we had up, like Willstone necklace making, candle making, galaxy jar making, makeup inspired after the book, and make a video of you dealing with your alter ego or reviewing a book as your alter ego, and there were some really cool bookish prizes. So very little people participated. I think I could probably count the number of people that participated on my 10 fingers, which is kind of sad. I know it's probably because it's a little bit has to do with the fact that I'm a very small booktuber. People don't know I exist, but I wanted this to be held in January because I know February has like 3 readathons going. Part of me is thinking maybe I should have waited until March, but I'm really not sure that would have made a lot of difference just because I don't have a huge following. Makes me sound like I'm in a cult. But anyways, yes. The live show is going to be February 2nd with all my co-hosts. If you're not sure if you want to pick up this book or not, head on over. It is probably going to be a little spoiler-y since it's a live show for the readathon, and we're all going to talk about our thoughts and feelings of the book. But if you don't mind that, definitely check in. We will be announcing the winners of the challenges, what prizes they won, and then we will also be doing a giveaway of 2 signed copies from the author herself. I've been in contact with her and she has been lovely enough to help me host a giveaway of 2 signed copies of Trial by Fire. Perfect time to get the book if you have not yet read it, or if you just love the book and would love a signed copy of it. I would show up to that live show because we're giving away 2 signed copies of the book itself. I hope you enjoyed this wrap up. I got a little wordy when it came to my read-along book. It's fine. But yeah, let me know what you guys read down below in the comments, and I will talk to you guys all later. All the love. Bye.